Actually here with Mercedes Eckhart. Did I say that right, Mercedes Eckhart?
Eckert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to invite you guys to join in with us today. As you can see on the screen, is getting paid while you shop. And this is something that I actually thought was a myth. I thought it was a legend. I thought it was, just a lot of people were talking about how you could go out and go to these different companies and actually get paid, these different companies, these different businesses, and actually getting paid for buying their stuff. But actually, I found out it is actually a legit business. But obviously, yeah, there's a lot of scams and everything like that online. And Mercedes has actually narrowed all this stuff down. She's compiled it into a course, and she pretty much, actually will show you legit businesses where you can actually go into and you can be a mystery shopper and you can actually get paid to shop. Just, pretty much just to shop. So if you love to shop, then you need to tune into this. And actually, I want to get started as far as how we actually met, how we're rounds, because it was through my wife. Shout out to Mercedes, ask her because to interview her, because she has a very successful business, which she built the business. She is currently still working, which I just found out, as an employee for a particular company, which I obviously won't get into that, but she is still an employee. So she has built a successful business part-time. She has built a successful business. So just to let you guys know, this can be done. So I want her to open up just to give her story, how she got started into mystery shopping and everything like that. So the floor
Well,
is yours, Eddie. Just go ahead and start. You can just give your background, how you got started, and your family life also, because you're a mom, right?
yeah, I'm a stepmom. So Mike, thank you, first of all, for letting me come on tonight. And yes, we got introduced through your wife, which her and I were in the same business sphere with the same business coach, Nicole Walters. And so that's how we met. And it's been a joy getting to know you all. And as far as it comes to me and my background with entrepreneurship and mystery shopping, number one, I've always been an entrepreneur from the time that I could walk and talk. I was selling something. I was coming up with some business idea that at a young age, I actually would put into practice, right? So I've been an entrepreneur from the time I was, say 10 years old, maybe even younger. Number two, I found out about mystery shopping in 2013. And just like you, Mike, I thought it was a scam. I thought there's no way getting paid to shop sounds too good to be true, but it wasn't, right? So it turned out to be a legitimate type of side gig or a side hustle or whatever you want to call it. And so after getting into mystery shopping several years into that, then I started my own business teaching other people how to mystery shop, because I realized that this was, what I had, the reservations I had about mystery shopping coming in. Hundreds and thousands of people have those same reservations because when you look in the media, there's not a very positive outlook on mystery shopping. If you look up articles, it's always going to be about a scam. And so I wanted to bring this out and shine it up a bit and show people that, hey, this is a gold mine and you need to get in on it. And it's not too good to be true. And so I began this business several years ago while working a 9-to-5 job. They say you've got your 9 to 5, and then as an entrepreneur, you've got your 5 to 9, right? So after you go home from work, you're working on your business. You're putting in your time, your effort. And that's what I did. I put in, it was like my baby. I was putting in everything I could, and I still do, into growing a successful business, into helping change lives. That's what is at the heart of it. So
This question, but you are actually, in some of the, actually, I asked you a couple of questions before we came on, and you said that you're actually shy. So I want people to, I guess, touch on that as well. So are you technically an introvert, or you just feel like you're?
I think I am more outgoing online, my online presence, when you meet me, it just depends on the situation. I could be shy. It just depends where I'm at, what the environment is like. You know, if I'm put on the spot, I'm totally shy. Now, get me at church and put me on the spot, I'll be just fine. But in other places, I can be shy. Most of the times, it's when I am in an unfamiliar environment, I might be tend to be more shy. But nobody would guess that because I'm super outgoing, especially online. That doesn't
Yeah.
even make sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like if you put me behind the camera, I can, pretty much talk. But every now and then, I mean, I still have to get, somewhat used to and acclimated, to the camera. Sometimes if I haven't been on camera in a while, it takes me a while to get into it, get used to it. But I mean, it's even so some of these interviews and stuff, actually, most of the interviews I get nervous and everything like that before the interview, which is pretty interesting. So it's a step out of my comfort zone. So that that's the thing, just to let you guys know, as far as you're always talking, and some of the guys, the people that I I actually went to work with, some of my coworkers, actually not just a former job that I had, but actually a lot of the other jobs I had leading up to the one which I just about 6 months ago. A lot of the employees were actually saying that they they don't have time to start a business, and all that stuff is a myth, kind of like Mercedes was saying in the beginning. But the thing is, you never know, unless you are actually going to try. And then you have to also think about as far as if you constantly and continuously say you don't have time to do this or time to do that, then obviously you're not going to have time. But the reason why I say that is, you need to step out of your comfort zone. Even though you feel like you may not have time, at least try it and, do it anyway. So that's actually something that I want to touch on as well. As far as trying things, and it's all right. I guess Mercedes has a little cough or whatever, so you guys just bear with us. Excuse us. No big deal. Obviously, sometimes people just cough. They have loud. Thank you for hopping on, even with the fact that you do have a cough. So I mean, that's actually, it says a lot, about being an entrepreneur. Just the fact of you still got to do what you need to do, to get things done. So that doesn't necessarily say, as far as, it doesn't speak about you on entrepreneurial. Actually, it does. It speaks more so about your character and the fact that, you're willing to hop on, even though you got situations and stuff going on around you. And even the fact that Be Live, which I don't know, I'm having issues with Be Live every now and then. She cannot see me. So if she's looking around, in space or anything like that, it'll be just to let you know she's, she can't see me on the screen. But so the next question, I guess, how do you manage all this? Now, speaking of time, it's like, how do you manage this, your business? And because obviously she just said she's a mom and she is still an employee. So, I mean, what does time management look like for you?
I'll just be honest. I have not mastered time management when it comes to a lot of things, because I am listen, when you're an entrepreneur, like, that is who you are. Your life's work is summed up into your business. It's summed up into your baby. You can't help but to, put in those extra hours working on your business, right? And so I think time management is actually, it is a big deal, and it is something that you have to be able to do with balancing, your job responsibilities, balancing your home life, balancing your spiritual life, your physical life. And listen, I will just dare to say that most people and most entrepreneurs, especially ones just starting out, don't have it all together. And you know what? That's okay. You'll get to that point as long as you make it a priority to learn how to balance everything out. And so that's one of the journeys that I'm still in myself, learning how to walk this thing out and being able to balance everything in a timely manner, to where everybody's taken care of in the house, to where I'm taken care of, self-care and all of that. So if you're struggling with that, you're not alone. Just keep working at it.
Good. Yeah. Thing, constantly say, always baby him, because an object at rest stays at rest. And I actually just heard a quote from something came on the radio, and he was saying, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. And, just the fact of, just you have to try something. You have to try something because there's really no such thing, as job security anymore. So you always have to have, a side hustle. You have to have multiple streams of income. And I know that's what Nicole Walters talks about is, as far as having multiple streams of income, having, just more than one way that you are getting paid each and every day, each and every week. And I guess let's talk a little bit about, the multiple streams of income. So, I mean, how important is that to you and your family as far as, just to you in general?
It's everything. Being able to have multiple income streams means that when one income stream goes away, that you are not falling in the hole, losing your house, losing your car, and living out on the streets. You have to have multiple income streams and have as many as possible. And you want to have passive income streams. I know a lot of people that will, dabble into several different side hustles. They'll create an income stream with these side hustles, but they're also creating multiple streams of time waste, I guess I would say. They're giving out time here, and they don't master one thing. And the income streams are never actually really legitimate. They're more like hobbies. So I do always encourage people, listen, yes, you want to have multiple income streams, but don't start out with 10 different side hustles, okay? Because you're not going to have success if you work on one income stream at a time. And so that is how I've kind of built my life, is working on one income stream at a time. I have people message me all the time. Hey, Mercedes, you're so good at this. I want you to join my team and sell this product and I get messages like that all the time. And what people don't understand is that, listen, I am busy working on this one specific income stream. And so what I have to do is that is a part of the time management. Once I have this to where it's running on its own, then you go to the next income stream. And so I also do think that is a big topic today, multiple income streams, but I also think it's not being talked about how to actually approach obtaining those multiple income streams. And I just want to encourage people, don't feel bad if you only got two income streams, your job and, your side hustle. Listen, work on it and then add in the next income stream as it makes sense, right? You don't have to have 6 income streams tomorrow. You want to work on them. But as you do work on them and they become well-rounded and you are making a substantial amount of income from each stream, then you're not going to just rely on one. If one of them falls off for whatever reason, just like your job is an income stream. If your job fires you or, they shut down, you have to be able to say, okay, hey, that sucks, but thank God I've got these other income streams. All right, this frees me up to go grab another one in place of the one that fell back. So hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like she was saying, actually I talked a little bit about this on another interview. It's like if you try to implement 5 or 6 things at once, more than likely you are actually not going to succeed. Like if you want to have a goal or you want to read more books and then you want to exercise and then you want to spend more time with your family and then you want to, start a business and a job, usually just try to implement one thing at one time. Don't try to do too much. And then once you're used to doing that, like I think people said a habit is made off of something that you have done consecutively for 30 days. So therefore, if you consecutively get up, exercise every morning for 30 days straight, then obviously pretty much you've made a habit. So therefore then implement something else. So that is a very, very good point. But now actually let's talk about mystery shopping. So as I said, from the beginning, you kind of pretty much felt the same way as you said. And as I said from the beginning, you felt the same way in the beginning as I did, as far as, you thought it was just, just how do people get paid, online, or how to shop and going to shop, and you thought it was a scam and all that stuff. So exactly, I guess just walk us into the details of how you just first found your first mystery shop and then how to develop into
Your phone went out. Excuse me, not your phone, but the
Right.
audio went out for just a second, but I think I
Mhm.
heard what you said. And
Right.
like I said, I got started in 2013, and I found out about really the legitimacy of mystery shopping on a double date with my husband, his best friend, and the girl he was dating at the time. And so through her, I was able to get my foot in the door. And after that, really, it just took off. I mean, when you realize, or when people find out that they can get paid to go grab a steak dinner, when they can get paid to go to the movie theaters, to go to a theme park, to take their kids for ice cream, when people realize, hold on, I'm paying for this stuff. I didn't realize that I actually could make a living off of having fun and going shopping. And when you realize that, it could be life changing. And that's how it was for me and my family. It was very life changing because I am the go getter that I am. And when I heard that I could get paid to shop, you didn't have to tell me anymore. I was on it. Okay. And ever since then, it's been amazing. Literally getting paid to shop all over the country at thousands of different stores and restaurants and theme parks and casinos and sporting events. I mean, we've even gotten one of my favorite mystery shops that I've done was being able to take my husband to an NBA championship. It was the playoffs, and we got to go see LeBron James play. We had amazing seats, free food. I mean, come on. Like, it doesn't get any better than that.
Hold on. I got to stop you right there. So did you, I didn't even know about this. So are you telling me that there's actually mystery shops to go to NBA games?
Yes, NBA, NFL, concerts. I got paid, excuse me, to take my daughter. It was her birthday, and she loves Toby Mac, and we got paid to go do that. I mean, she was ecstatic. And so, yes, NBA, NFL, hockey, all of that. You can get paid to go to those games and those concerts.
Yeah, even the concerts, because actually I've been to a Toby Mac concert, and I think maybe I got free tickets, but the tickets were pretty expensive, as far as just, I mean, just pretty much like, a typical concert, which, obviously, if you don't have to pay, even if the tickets weren't inexpensive, you don't have to pay for it. And obviously you're saving money, which is an advantage anyway. So what, a lot of, some people may have stipulations as far as, just thinking, this probably only works in big cities or, things like that. So what if you small city? Can you actually do mystery shopping as well, or do you have to be in a big city?
So, sorry, that would not let me talk. So, obviously, when you are in a bigger city, there's more shopping centers, there's more things to do, which it turns out to be more mystery shops. If you are in a small city, that doesn't mean you can't mystery shop. It just means, hey, if you live in the country and the nearest Walmart is 20 minutes away and the nearest Charlie's is 20 minutes away. There's mystery shops there, but you're going to have to drive, right? So I think, and I've taught a lot of people that live in really small towns, and those are the people that actually sometimes end up making the most money. As long as you're willing to travel to the nearest, wherever all the shopping centers and all the entertainment is, then you can mystery shop. And let's just say you don't even have a car. There have been people that have been disabled that have been able to mystery shop. They don't even have a car. Well, they can sit down in the comfort of their own home and mystery shop over the phone. So personally, I've sat at my kitchen table and made phone calls, and in 1 hour made $100, and I didn't even have to get out of my pajamas. So mystery shopping is worldwide. It is everywhere. Anybody can do it. And like I said, you can do it right from within your home.
That's good. I mean, that's good. So you don't have to leave your home, and you can just make phone calls. That's
Yeah.
that's That's very interesting. Very that's amazing that you can do that. So I mean, a lot of people are always talking about, well, I need more money, I need to make more money, and they're trying to go out and actually make, you know, have part-time jobs. I mean, like I was telling Mercedes before I hopped on, actually I had a full-time job and a part-time job. Then at one time I actually had two full-time jobs. So I was always, you know, thinking of, you know, other ways to make money. And the ways that I made money were actually outside of the house, which obviously I told her, you know, doing that because I missed a lot of time, you know, with my family, even working my 9 to 5 job, which really wasn't a 9 to 5, it was more so like a 3:30 to 11:30, or even a 7:30 to 3:30, and then an 11:30 to settle. And then actually I had a weekend shift too. So, which I worked 12 hours on the weekend, which pretty much ate up a ton of my, you know, my weekend hours, where I was working 24 hours on the weekend, which pretty much was about 3 days. So I missed a lot of time with my, you know, my family. So you guys, if you're looking for something to do, and if you're actually looking for, I guess, you know, just other ways to make money, you don't even have to develop this into a business. I mean, Mercedes has actually built a business around mystery shopping, but I mean, you can just actually pick up a few shops. I mean, you can actually, there's on the screen right now, if you look down below, there's actually a link to where you can get access, where she actually has a free webinar to tell you how to get started. I mean, she has done all the groundwork for this. She obviously, you have to go out and you have to research all these different companies, because obviously, as she said and I said in the beginning, there's a lot of scammers out there, and obviously there's scams with, you know, everything that you are that you come into. I mean, crooks and criminals are going to be criminals. They're always going to have, you know, they're always going to try to rip people off, try to steal. And so that's the thing, you know, Mercedes has already done the groundwork. I mean, if you want to spend time doing this, then go ahead. But that's one thing that we cannot get back, as far as, you know, it's just time. And she's already spent time looking at these different, to be honest with you, I know she knows what she is talking about, because actually I've made money, and actually I had shops. And I made the mistake, I guess, of going live on one of my lives. I actually had to pull it down because my wife said, you can't say the name of the company that you went to. So I actually, so I'm not going to get into the companies and stuff. I don't know if you can say, you know, cannot say them, but the thing is, yeah, I've actually made money from actually some of our training, the companies and stuff she has recommended. So just to let you guys know, she knows what she's talking about. You can go, yeah, go ahead. You can go Google it. You can go search on it. But that's the thing. I mean, you're going to have to put your information on there. You're going to have to put your, I mean, I think some of them you have to give your addresses and stuff. Obviously, you got to sign up and do different things with different, I guess, vendors who has mystery shops and all that stuff. Actually, let's go into that. Can you tell us a little bit about why do companies want to mystery shop? I mean, what's the purpose of a company actually having a customer come in and buy something, and then they reimburse the person, and, you know, pretty much giving them free goods? What is the purpose of, you know, companies doing that?
Yeah, so the purpose of mystery shopping is just market research. So these companies, you know, every company, if you're a business owner, perhaps you may want some mystery shoppers in your business. But what it is to make sure that the business is running smoothly, that everything is following the lay of the land, and how it's supposed to be according to, you know, the business, I guess, not the business laws, but how the business has set it forth in their operations and in their bylaws and stuff like that. And so with mystery shopping, these big industries, you know, I mean, gosh, just any industry you can think of, it's being mystery shopped. And so they use the information from mystery shoppers to be able to gauge what's going on. Because let's just looking at this from you know, a business person standpoint, if I've got 100 stores, you know, and I've got managers, I've got regional managers, all of that. Okay, that's cool. But how do I know what it looks like from a consumer's perspective? Are the consumers getting the feel that I want them to get when they walk into my place of business? So the way to do that is to bring in people outside of your employees, outside of anybody in that industry, and bring them in and say, okay, what was going on when you walked in the doors? How did this make you feel? Was this clean? And so these are things that mystery shoppers are looking for. And that feedback really helps these industries, and even the government. Even the government uses mystery shoppers to make sure that our laws here in America are being followed by multiple different industries.
That's interesting. I did not know that the government actually had mystery shops. So how, I guess, I don't know if you want to get into the specifics. It's probably all in the class. I mean, if it is, just say, they'll go watch the class, go watch the training. But I mean, how did you find, I guess, different companies? How did you find these companies? How much research did it take? I want people to see exactly if they want to go do this on their own. I mean, how hard is it? Or how, I mean, is it, is it just pretty easy?
You know what? I'd like to say it's super easy as far as in teaching yourself, but I'm going to tell you right now, it took me 6 months to learn the basics and another year to 2 years to know what I know now. And every year I'm learning something new. This industry is constantly updating and having, regulations and things. And so when you join my webinar, I'll kind of take you more through that process. And in the beginner's mystery shopping class that I offer you, all of that knowledge that took so long of research and all of that, I compile that down and I get you started in 45 minutes. And you literally, as soon as we are done chatting, you can go start mystery shopping. And so you kind of cut out all of that extra work and you can get started the same day within the same hour that you talk to me. And so that's just the beauty of iShop, which is the name of my company. The beauty of iShop is it gets people on their way to an instant income stream within 45 minutes.
And then let me ask you this, as far as your, you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. I don't know if you want to get into the numbers or not, but I mean, what is the most that you've ever made from just one mystery shop?
$300.
Wow.
In 30 minutes.
And, next question, how long did it? And then I know that they actually have paperwork that you have to fill out. So as far as that $300 in 30 minutes, how much did you have to fill out, like as far as the paperwork and, just once you went to the shop? Obviously, you have to come back and you have to fill out stuff, online paperwork and all that stuff. You have to report to the company and let them, know what actually went on. So, I mean, how long did it take you to fill out
the 30 minutes included the shop and my feedback. So it was pretty short.
$100. Yeah, so you made $300 in 30 minutes. So that's pretty good. I don't know how many of you guys out there actually make that type of money per hour. So I mean, really per hour, that would be $600 per hour. So that's pretty interesting. And I mean, so what are the ranges of the shops? I mean, can you get into the specifics as far as, I know you said they have them in like every industry, but I mean, for the typical ones that most people go to, can you say that online, or can you not mention that? I don't know.
What I do is I go through all of this in my class. So when you join I think you said you have the webinar link posted. When you hop on the webinar, I will take you through my story, if you're watching this right now, and all of the juice, I like to call it. And if you feel like it's a good fit, that you want to give mystery shopping a try, then we will hop on a 45-minute class where I will go through everything. But just in short, to answer your question, Mike, somebody that's looking into this asking, okay, how much money can I make at this? I would say at minimum, if you kind of want to break it down without me going into a 30-minute spiel, at minimum, you're going to be making $15 an hour. And that's at minimum. I mean, that's on the low end. That's like nobody even does that low. But I always want to be, upfront and honest, because everybody's different, everybody's work ethic, everybody's schedule. So some people might have more time to shop. Some people don't. It just depends. And it also depends on, the knowledge and experience you have. But like I said, when we chat for about 45 minutes in my class, you will know everything you need to know and will be able to start getting your first mystery shop.
And then I know my wife, actually, my wife was the one who introduced me to Mercedes and everything. And actually, my wife has made money as well. So that's, another thing, like as far as, if you have a husband and a wife that actually want to get into it, because I mean, most people think, shopping's just for women and all that stuff. But you do have guys that are actually in your course as well, or actually husband and wife teams, or you have men that actually shop as well. Because, well, obviously, yeah, I shop. So you have other men that actually do that as well, too, right?
We do, but we need more men. Shopping appeals to women more so than men, but the industry definitely needs men. Mike, my phone's got 4%. Let me hop and get my charger while you get ready for the next question. Just a second.
All right, that's good. So as you can see, you guys, everything is pretty much already laid out for you. She already has a course. She's already actually did the research. She's done the information on these, these mystery shops. So, and then as you said, it's not necessarily just for women only. She's actually saying that she needs more men and she needs more, actually men. Yeah, she just needs more men to actually go out and do more shops and everything like that. And I don't know if you want to figure out the specifics in different companies and everything like that, just sign up for the class. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to take a class. The only thing it's going to cost you is time, which is valuable time if you're going to make money, because it's actually turning time into money. So if you're actually going to change your time, if you're actually going to, I guess, trade your time, then obviously you need to trade your time doing something valuable instead of sitting watching TV, watching a game, watching, a movie, watching Netflix, something like that. Why don't you sit and watch this for, she just said 45 minutes. So if you have 45 minutes, which I know you do, actually you can just take this, and they can go on their phones and all that stuff too, like while they're cooking or something, they can watch it. Eating. Well, I try not to have phones at the table while we're eating, but if you guys do that, if you have your phones out anyway, at least play it where your wife or your kids can actually learn how to money. And actually, that's something else I want to ask too, as far as what's the age limit for shoppers?
So
the minimum age.
You have to be 18. 18, you can mystery shop.
All right. And then let me go ahead and ask this last question. I know we kind of went on specifics and details today for, this interview. Sometimes, I'm on the mindset and all that stuff, but I always end with this question as far as, if you were to have a superpower, what would it be and why?
That's a good one. That makes me think of one of my favorite superheroes, but I don't know if I'd want her power. You know what? I probably would want to, what do they call it? Like shapeshift and be other people. I think that'd be pretty neat.
So who isn't that? Oh, go ahead.
Somebody on the X-Men, I think, can shapeshift, and I can't think of who it is. I can't think.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, it's a lady, right? Isn't it a lady?
Yeah, it is. I cannot think of her name.
Is it Mystique?
That doesn't ring a bell.
And so if you guys actually her class, just go ahead and check it out. It's right here on the screen below. And else they can reach out to you, Mercedes, or should they just reach out to you through the class, or can they reach out to you on your personal page, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Where are you at? What are your handles?
I am on all major platforms, social media platforms, and anybody can find me at the handle at Mercedes Eckert. Sorry, guys. And then you can register for our webinar. Our next webinar is October 22nd. Be there. It's a Tuesday night at 8 p.m. It's a free webinar. You can hop on, like Mike said, listen to it while you're cooking dinner, while you're relaxing. So you can listen to it while you're, whatever you're doing, turn it on. Give me a few minutes of your time and let's see if mystery shopping is a good fit for you. And I would just dare say that if you are looking for an income stream, whether to pay off debt, to save up for a big vacation or a new house or a new car, or perhaps you are starting a business and you need capital, this is a great way to fund a business. This income stream, I believe everybody should do, because if you're watching this right now, have you went out to eat in the last 30 days? Have you had your car oil changed in the last 30 days? Have you had to go grocery shopping? Did you go to the movies? If you said yes to any of those things, then you should be a mystery shopper, because instead of spending your hard-earned dollars on these things that we're doing every week, you can be getting paid to do them instead. So hop on and register for our webinar on October 22nd at 8 p.m. and I look forward to seeing you there.
And thanks, Mercedes. Thank you for hopping on. Like she said, we're already doing these things anyway. So Mercedes, we hope you feel better. Take care of that cough and everything like that. So you guys on the next one. And until then, continuously, always, constantly be moving, always do something. That's why I bring these guys on, just to let you know you can do this while you're actually working full time. You can do this whether you're situation you're in, you can do this. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and hopping on. And thank you again, Mercedes. And we will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.